Hello, and welcome back to Road TRIpVIA, the once-a-day road trip trivia quiz. Today is episode number 517. The category is 2020, a year in review. This is a 20-question trivia quiz with a question 21 tiebreaker at the very end. Thank you for watching, and good luck on today's quiz. Question 1. In Netflix's breakout documentary about the exploration of big cat breeding and its bizarre underworld, populated by eccentric characters, what was the name of Joe Exotic's primary antagonist? You can leave out her middle name and just call her Carol Baskin. Question 2. One of the few movies that got a full theatrical run this year, what movie starring Will Smith and Martin Lawrence was the highest grossing film of the year in the U.S. in 2020? The answer is Bad Boys for Life. Question 3. What was the name of the retired British Army officer who walked 100 lengths of his garden leading up to his 100th birthday to help raise more than £32 million for the British National Health Service? His name was Tom Moore, but you know him as Captain Tom. Question 4. Originally scheduled to be held in July of that year, but delayed due to the ongoing pandemic which caused scheduling and supply conflicts worldwide, which city was due to host 2020's Olympic and Paralympic Games? The answer is Tokyo, Japan. Question 5. Originally scheduled for April at the Augusta National Golf Club, the tournament was postponed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Which golfer then took home the green jacket in the 2020 U.S. Masters Tournament? The answer is Dustin Johnson. Question 6. In late 2019, the illness classified as COVID-19 spread worldwide and caused global closures and procedure changes in several industries like airlines and the hospitality industry. What Chinese city was it first discovered in? The answer is Wuhan. Question 7. Which company that started with a fleet of a dozen Ford Model Ts a century ago and became one of the world's largest car rental companies filed for bankruptcy protection in May of 2020 due to the sharp decline in the tourism industry? The answer is Hertz. Question 8. Because they were deemed a threat to U.S. national security, President Trump issued an executive order to ban 8 different apps based in China, including which popular social media video sharing app? The answer is TikTok. Question 9. On August 27, 2020, one of the strongest and most destructive hurricanes to ever hit the state of Louisiana, made landfall near the city of Cameron. What was the name of this Category 4 hurricane? The answer is Hurricane Laura. Question 10. During a match he was losing to Spain's Pablo Carreño Busta, which Serbian tennis player was disqualified from the 2020 US Open after accidentally hitting a line judge with a ball that was not in play? The answer is Novak Djokovic. Question 11. In December of 2020, who became the second richest person in the world behind Jeff Bezos after more than a 5-fold increase of his net worth in the year leading up to it? The answer is Elon Musk. Question 12. Set during the Cold War era, orphan chess prodigy Beth Harmon struggles with addiction in a quest to become the greatest chess player in the world in what Netflix series, one of the most viewed of 2020? The answer is The Queen's Gambit. Question 13. Jim Carrey starred as Dr. Ivo Eggman Robotnik, a fictional character and the main antagonist of what title video game character in the 2020 live-action movie based on the original Sega games? The answer is Sonic the Hedgehog. Question 14. What British professional boxer beat America's Deontay Wilder in a boxing match and won the WBC heavyweight crown on February 22, 2020 at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada? The answer is Tyson Fury. Question 15. The most streamed song on Spotify in 2020, Blinding Lights, was one of the few Billboard #1s that didn't even receive a nomination for a Grammy Award. What is the name of the artist who sang that song? The answer is The Weeknd. Question 16. Causing at least 207 deaths, 7,500 injuries, 15 billion in property damage, and leaving an estimated 300,000 people homeless, in August of 2020, an ammonium nitrate explosion occurred in what port city? The answer is Beirut, Lebanon. Question 17. At the 2020 award show, which singer won 5 Grammys, including the 4 most prestigious prizes: Album of the Year, Record of the Year, Song of the Year, and Best New Artist? The answer is Billie Eilish. Question 18. Which world-famous basketball player was killed along with his daughter and 7 others in a tragic helicopter crash on January 26, 2020, when the aircraft came down in foggy weather outside Calabasas, California? The answer is Kobe Bryant. Question 19. Featuring and profiling a person, a group, an idea, or an object that, for better or worse, has done the most to influence the events of the year, Time Magazine's Person of the Year in 2020 was what 2 people? The answer is Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Question 20. Released on October 30th of 2020, the second season of which popular Disney Plus show was released on the streaming service to the rave reviews from both critics and fans of the franchise? The answer is The Mandalorian. All right. That is it for today. Thank you for watching today's episode of Road TRIpVIA. 2020 was a very unusual year. I know we had a 2019 year in review. That was the very first quiz we did. So this is a 2020 year in review, and what a difference in those 2 years. Hopefully, well shoot, we're almost halfway through 2021 and it hasn't gotten much better, but at least there's light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like we're coming out of it. Shake the rest of this off. We ought to be back to normal by Christmas. Boy, I hope so. I hope so, because the second half of this year is going to be most of the questions for 2021's year in review quiz. So let's make it a good one. Here is question 21 for today, the tiebreaker for the 2020 year in review. This should be pretty easy. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex announced their step back from royal life on January 8th of 2020. What are the first names of the 2 former members of the British royal family? The answer is Harry and Meghan. And with that, we wrap up May's trivia quizzes. Tonight, at the end of the night, right before midnight my time, I will tally up the last of the intro challenge, the views, see which video had the most, and I will email someone tomorrow with the good news. So stay tuned tomorrow for an update on the intro challenge to see who won and who will win the $173.